Welcome, everyone, to Movie Trivia Under the Lights. This is the match you've all been waiting for. I'm your host for today, Hunter Friesen, bringing you the Singles Film Trivia Clash Tournament Final against the number 1 overall seed, Merc with the movies, against number 6 seed, The Dark Knight Gil. Winner will get a championship chance against Nazario Montenegro in the finale of Season 3. With me today in the commentary booth is the one and only Ryan Cam. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, Hunter. I am incredibly excited for this match. I'm incredibly excited to be in the booth with you, possibly the greatest singles champion in the history of this league. But we started this tournament with 20. We are now down to 2, and by the end of this match, there will only be 1, and that competitor will go on to face Nazario Montenegro.
Yes, this is such an extra special match, and we have to bring something even more to the table here, because at halftime of this match, we will be debuting the first official trailer for a Cognac at the Indy 500, the first ever Alex Helmer film from TLOC Productions, so have your eyes peeled for that at the end of round 3. And actually, because this is such a big match, we should bring him in himself to help us co-host here. Right here with us is Alex the Host Helmer. Well, speak of him. There you go. How's it going? Two things. First, obviously, this match. What are you thinking about here? Not to rub it in because you were in the semifinal there. And then also the trailer I just mentioned as well. We got a lot of stuff to look forward to here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, sucks I'm not in the final like I wanted to. But at the same time, Hunter, as you can see, I got my vacation started early. It's the off season now. I'm not going to play for the rest of the season, So, I decided to take some well-earned time off, enjoy the off season while I still can. But, when there's trivia, there's no real rest, and we have a banger on our hands tonight.
Well, gentlemen, I think we need to get into just the stats and just break everything down, because there is a lot to unpack with this match. We've got, first of all, the number 1 seed, Merc at the movies. When this tournament was announced, I'm pretty sure we all were thinking in our heads, he's gonna be in the finals, or at least very close to it. The dude got robbed. He defeated you, Hunter Friesen, to win the title, only for the thief in the night, Nazario Montenegro, to cash in his Money in the Bank opportunity and take it from him. So he has been going through this tournament just like a steamroller. He has not seen the director round in any of his matches in this tournament, which is a genuinely impressive feat. Merc is a gentleman who does not work by the hour.
Yeah, and Merc, because of his 5-round match, the speed round, Merc's been basically making every round the speed round this whole tournament. He's been answering questions within a second, 2 seconds. So we obviously know his speed is not a hindrance for him here. So with the addition of those extra points there, this is one of those where I think he could break a record in terms of amount of points scored in one match.
Merc has steamrolled his way through 3 very different competitors when you're talking about Chad, when you're talking about Jacob to Tiz. And the Dark Knight here, he's not going to be favored, let's be honest. But at the same time, he's going to give Merc a lot of trouble. They've played before. It was close. But especially when you get to those franchises, an area where Merc struggles a lot and where he's, you can see it, the Dark Knight, that Indiana Jones category, his favorite on the wheel. That's where he can give the former singles champion a real run for his money and possibly come up with another top 3 upset today and win the tournament. For a player who, he's been on a roll so far, he has my pick for comeback player of the season. He has a chance to make him, with this match, to clinch that MVP of the season award.
Yeah, he's still currently the one half of the duos championship as well, who unfortunately his partner was knocked out in the first round. But, Gil's taken up that challenge and continued his partner's legacy in here. And we say that for a lot of players with Merc, they shouldn't be taken lightly. But this is the one where really Merc cannot take this lightly at all. No matter how many points he'll probably score, Gil will probably be right behind him. He's one of those competitors we've seen that just sticks with people the whole way through and never lets you feel like you're anywhere comfortable. It doesn't matter what lead you have, which you might not have it against Gil, but you will never be comfortable in a match like against him.
The best way to describe the Dark Knight Gil is like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol hanging off the side of the Burj Khalifa with barely functioning sticky gloves. You don't think he's going to make it, but somehow he does. And I was not in the booth for Gil's semifinal match against our illustrious co-host, the host Helmer. But I remember watching that match, and I was like, there is no way. And then sure enough, Gil found a way. It was like 7 or 8 overtime questions, but he found a way. And I think that's Gil's entire story in this tournament. He found a way. So on paper, this seems like a slam dunk. Merc is just all the momentum in the world. But then there's Gil, this Cinderella story of the Dark Knight Gil that I just can't shake. It seems almost too good to be true, but 5 rounds of trivia a lot can happen in that. So I would honestly say this is too close to call.
Obviously, the Dark Knight, he came back from a 7-point deficit before, one of the best director rounds we've seen against myself. Brian mentioned that overtime. Obviously, like I mentioned, also the director round, he's a very mentally composed player. In his last match, opponent's choice and spinner's choice, yet he stayed composed. He came back and he eventually won the match. So he's a player that doesn't get into his own head. You can't be comfortable no matter what kind of lead that you have against him. I think the wheel is going to play a big part into how both players are going to strategize going into the 4th and the 5th rounds. And I'm really excited to see how both players kind of adapt to each other's play styles in a humongous match like this, the tournament finals.
We talked a lot about these players, but this match is still, I'm going to say it again, this special. We don't need just one host right now, 2 hosts or 3 hosts. We actually need a 4th person to be brought in right now, actually, to talk about this match. So let's actually bring in the man, the myth, maybe the legend to some people, who these players are gunning for right now, Mr. Nazario Montenegro himself. He is here to help us introduce, what is it like to have that belt there and just been sitting on it for months now at this point, where all these players are just fighting each other just for one chance to face you again. Well, one again.
Doing nothing.
Actually, yeah, doing nothing. I kept it on the fridge for a while. Then I took it out. It's no longer as cold, though. So, is this not done yet? Like, is it not my time to play? What's happened?
Not yet. We're at the last round here, the finale of this tournament. This is why we brought you in. This is the big one, the big scouting report for you.
Well, I'm surprised that Alex is not playing. Like, I completely expected him to be here somehow, some way. He's not. I guess he's already on vacation. Enjoy your pool. Good stuff. You were not going to beat me anyway, but, whatever. So, we have Merc. We know what Merc is. We know what he's capable of. He's capable of losing to me. And we have Batman, the best superhero. What is happening on Gotham right now when the man is doing trivia? I don't know. But I dig Batman. It's my favorite superhero. So, good shit. I like to play him.
All right. Well, thank you for those, we'll say kind words-ish in terms of the sliding scale and what your words have been these last weeks were kind ones. So, and thank you, and we'll see who will face you at the end of this round or this tournament. So there you go.
I said something that had to make me go to confession.
Well, we would have called the commissioner. Suspensions might have had to been dealt out or something. Fines. We'll see. But
We don't like
we'll
to
save
see
that.
that.
No, we don't need that in this league. All right. So, Alex, it's been nice having you right here in the pregame. We're very excited to see the trailer you'll be showing us at the end of round 3. And obviously, we're excited to see how the competitors will be shaping up at the end as well and at the end of this. So, thank you for being here, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Thanks, guys. Enjoy.
All the pregame we can possibly do. Let's just shut up and actually bring in these guys to start, I mean, they can say their words, but then we can actually play. So, let me start with the first walk in here. The challenger. Walking first. Representing the kitchen. The number 6 seed with a record of 7-3. He's one half of the Duos Film Trivia Clash champions. He is the Dark Knight Gil. The bat has landed here. You've come all the way to the final here, Gil. How does it feel?
It feels great. It honestly feels great to be in this position, to be seated here against Merc, somebody who I took to that very last question. That very last round. He may not have faced it in this tournament, but he's faced it before, and he's faced it against me. I beat him with my partner on my road to this, Ryan Payne. And I know I could do it.
All right. Well, shots have been taken at the number 1 overall seed here by both Mr. Zario and the Dark Knight. So let's just see what he has to say for himself. let's bring him out from the other corner, representing the Cinephiles in Paradise, the #1 overall seed with a singles record of 5-1. It's Merc with the movies. Merc, you're back in another finale match here. Does anything feel different about this, or is this just business as usual for you?
No, I'm not. Gil knows I have a lot of respect for him. I'm not gonna try to badmouth him. I did beat him by 1 point last time, even though I didn't have to answer my 5 pointers. It could have been a bigger one for me. But nonetheless, I know he's a great competitor. Win or lose, I know this is gonna be a great match, and I have nothing but respect for him. So I would have no shame in losing to him. But he has not beaten me without his partner. And also, my record should be 5-0 because Mr. Paper Champion over here talking about I'm good at losing to him. I'm sorry, it's a handicap match. Like, come on, bro. You haven't beaten me in a 5-round match.
He's played like one match in the league. It doesn't even.
And he won by 1 point against Gaul. He's talking all that crap. Come on.
Yeah.
He buys his scare tactics from Party City. But let's.
Man, everyone's fighting around here.
Rules.
Yeah. All right. So, Ryan, you take them away here, actually.
All right. In round number 1, there will be 8 questions. You will have 15 seconds to answer each question. You must write down your answers legibly and completely. Have the emphasis on the legibly part. You get 1 point for each correct answer. You will have 3 repeats and 1 challenge to use throughout the course of the match. And if one of you goes perfect, then you will receive the honorary Helmer bonus question for a potential 9th point.
All right. Merc, are you ready?
Set.
All right. The Dark Knight Gil, are you ready?
Always.
All right, then let's get ready to clash. I will take it away with question number 1 in round 1 here. How many different directors have helmed Mission Impossible movies?
This is a very relevant question, I'd say.
Of course, we stay on top of things, so prove their franchise knowledge.
Finger pulse. 3, 2, 1, pens down.
All right, we'll start left to right. Merc, what is your answer?
5.
This is 5. Mr. Gill, Dark Knight, what do you got?
5.
5. They both say 5, and they're both correct. 5 is the answer here, starting off 1-1 for each of them. Ryan, take it away with the second question here.
All right, question number 2. A secret military project endangers Neo-Tokyo when it turns a biker gang member into a psychopath in what film? You ever been to Tokyo, Hunter?
I have not. I've never been to any Asia countries or the continent. So
Tokyo.
One day.
3, 2, 1, pens down. Merc, go.
Akira.
And Gil.
I wrote Ghost in the Shell.
That was my second.
Akira is.
But I remember
Akira is the correct
Akira, I'm like,
answer.
so iconic.
That was good. That was good.
So Merc takes a 1-point lead. Could this be the start of the avalanche?
It's a 5-round match.
We could call it right now if you really want. Don't worry. No. We wrote all these questions. We're going to use them. Question number 3. In what year was Jean-Luc Godard's revolutionary film Breathless released?
I read this guy's book once.
I'm guessing, but I know it's going to be either the year before I wrote it or the year after that. It's going to be a close
3, 2, 1, pens down.
Well, we'll keep you still in suspense. Gil, what's your answer here?
I really liked the movie. I put 1960.
Okay. Merc, what do you have?
I said 1962, but I'm like, could be 61 or 63.
We're back tied. It was 1960 was the correct answer. So here we go. All right, question number 4.
What 1992 action movie has a protagonist who also shares a name with an Avenger? Were you alive in 1992, Hunter? And what were you doing?
No, I was -6 years old, so.
Repeat?
Yep.
Oh, that's a repeat. That's 1 for Merc. He has 2 left.
So if you want me to tell you what I was doing in 1992, I couldn't do it. Couldn't tell you.
I was probably 3 months old when this movie came out.
1, pens down.
Fuck, I'm mad I did a freaking thing when I love this director in this movie.
Merc, need your answer?
Oh shit, never mind. I got the name of the character. I forgot you wanted the movie.
And Gil?
The Last of the Mohicans, directed by Michael Mann.
The Last of the Mohicans is correct, and I cannot believe I'm saying this. The Dark Knight Gil has taken the lead. Will he keep it?
Let us say that I knew the movie. I just read the question wrong.
There was a few layers to this one here you had to get into, but yes. And use of a repeat in round 1, that's usually not happened that many times. So see if that comes back into later in the match.
The energy is just it's weird. I'm feeling it. It's just weird energy right now. But let's get to question number 5.
In what Oscar-winning drama where you hear the main character repeatedly say in front of the mirror, "It's showtime, folks"?
It is not Better Call Saul.
Well, no. You can write it. We will be happy, but we will not be happy enough to give you points. So, no.
3, 2, 1, pens down.
All right, Merc, what do you have?
One of your favorite movies, All That Jazz?
Could be. Gil, what's your answer?
I didn't know if it won anything, but I did write All That Jazz.
It's a big winner in my heart, and also the Oscars, and it's also the big winner in this question. That is the correct one. All That Jazz. Both competitors get the point there. I was going to do it the way he did in the movie, but I figured that would give it away.
That would give it away.
So I was trying to do is can I do it somewhat monotone so I'm not trying to give it away at all? All right, question number 6.
What member from the Losers Club kills himself in a bathtub in It Chapter 2? All right, Hunter, favorite Stephen King novel?
The only one I've actually read is The Shining, so that's maybe the default answer there.
That's a good choice. 3, 2, 1, pens down. Merc?
Stan?
And Gil?
Billy? I don't know.
Stan is the correct answer, so Merc has retied the ball game going into question number 7.
Well, Wimbledon may be going on over there, but really this is a tennis match. Back and forth, back and forth. So,
Indeed.
Still got 2 questions left. Number 7, what actor from both the MCU and Indiana Jones franchises starred as Dracula in Dario Argento's Dracula 3D?
You excited for The Last Voyage of the Demeter there, Hunter?
I is one of those movies where every time I read it, I read the title, I'm like, what movie is that? And I look it up, I'm like, oh yeah, that movie. And it's happened
3,
5 times now.
2, 1, pens down. Pens down. Gil, pens down. Everybody.
He's good. Gil, what's your answer?
It's not right. I scribbled Julian Glover.
Okay. Merc, what do you got?
It's that freaking. I know I probably wrote it wrong, but it's Tobias Cashman, some shit like that, from King Kong. I know I got it wrong.
You were very close. It was Thomas Kretschmann. Yes, we can't accept that one either. The Indiana Jones Questions and Wheel Slice is very iconic, and now it has new entry. We can put Dial of Destiny in it. It's great.
Do we have?
But not great for you guys, I guess. No. Well, let's finish this first round here and see if Indiana Jones is on the wheel. So let's finish off this round. Question number 8.
All right, question number 8. Diane Warren earned her 14th and most recent Oscar nomination for the song Applause in what 2022 film?
Yes. Well, 14 nominations, and I don't think anyone can name more than 3.
Now, why couldn't it be in 2021? I would have known that movie. I was the only person that saw it.
2, 1, pens down. All right, Merc, go first.
I don't know. I said women something, but I know that's wrong.
And Gil?
It's something like Tell It Like a Woman.
Tell It Like a Woman is correct. And Gil retakes the lead 5-4. Hunter, Gil's in the lead, and we've got a long way to go, but he's got a 1-point lead against the number 1 seed and overall just Thanos.
If it would have been 2021, it would have been 4 good days.
Back and forth here. But Dark Knight is in the driver's seat heading into round 2. Each player must identify the name of the actor from the picture provided here. There'll be 3 pictures for each player. Theoretically, each question will get harder, so they will be worth the amount of points in sequence from 1 to 3, 1, 2, and 3 points. So, Gil, you are in the lead here. Would you like to answer your questions first, or would you like to defer to Merc here?
I am going to go first.
All right. So, Ryan, I will put you in charge here of this round. Gil, you will start off with your first actor. The pops on the screen.
All right, Gil, for 1 point, name this actor.
God.
Three,
Generic looking man.
1.
No idea. Liam Hemsworth.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. We were looking for Jamie Dornan. Jamie Dornan.
Ah, okay. Okay.
From
That
50
Fifty Shades of Grey fan.
I didn't know what he
Merc.
looked like, not black and white.
Merc for 1 point. Merc for 1 point, name this actor.
Judy Greer. Final answer.
Judy Greer is correct for 1 point. Merc has retied the game. Gil for 2 points. Name this actor.
I don't know it. Just let the.
3, 2, 1.
Louis
We
Gossett.
were looking
Jr.
for Louis Gossett Jr. Louis Gossett Jr. All right. Merc for 2 points. Name this actor.
Selma Blair. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 huge points. And Merc is just running away with this, but we still got 1 left. Gil for 3 points. Name this actor.
Shit, I wouldn't have even guessed that. The one time to be happy to be losing the first round.
3.
Wow. This is
2,
so bad of me.
1.
No idea.
Don't worry, Gil. I would have even gotten it, and I'm good at this.
That is incorrect. We were looking for Jack Davenport. Jack Davenport.
From where the hell is he from?
Who?
I've never heard this guy. Felicia Rashad. Final answer.
For 3 big points, that is correct.
Wow.
Merc just completely crushing it in the actor round. Hunter, I mean, it went from Gil in the lead to Merc leading by quite a bit.
Let's see what happens, though, in round 3, though, because each competitor will have 4 questions, which are worth 2 points each. All the questions will correlate to one specific category that will be assigned to them via the Wheel of Truth. If a competitor doesn't like the first category they spin, they can choose to spin again, but they must stick to that second category that they get. Competitor can choose to go to multiple choice for each of their questions. If they do, correct answer will only be worth 1 point. If you guess incorrectly, your opponent has the chance to steal for that many points. But when stealing, a competitor cannot go to multiple choice unless the player they're stealing from has already done that. And if you land on a wild card slice, well, there's not actually in this time in the championship match, so don't worry about that one. So let's bring in the wheel here. Indiana Jones, look at that. It's been here since the beginning and will still be here. Hopefully someone maybe lands on it. Festival Darlings, Robert De Niro, Star Wars, Black Cinema, A24, 2010s, Pixar, Middle Earth, Alfred Hitchcock, Y8 adaptations, Scarlett Johansson, sports movies, and release dates. So, Merc, you are leading here. Would you like to spin first or defer to Gil?
I'll go first.
He will go first. So let's see what his first category is. It's a silent wheel this time for more suspense. We made sure to unlock that. Alfred Hitchcock. There you go. Very good.
I'll stick with it because Star Wars and Middle Earth will fuck me.
All right, he is sticking with the master of suspense himself, Alfred Hitchcock. So, Dark Knight Gil, let us get what your category is. Ooh, it keeps going. Robert De Niro. Big, long, legendary career.
Yeah, but I'm missing a lot of his filmography.
That's
I'm going to spin again.
All right, he is risking it here off of Robert De Niro into any other category that's available.
This could
Potentially.
help or hurt.
That is very true. He will
Looks
land
no,
on
No.
Black Cinema.
bro, you landed
That's
on
the
both my
game.
choices.
That's the game.
All right, Merc, we're going to start you off here in round 3 with Alfred Hitchcock. So, here's your first question. Bruce Dern has a leading role in what Hitchcock film?
Family Plot, which was Hitchcock's last movie.
Well, you don't get any extra answers for the extra information, but it is correct. So 2 points to you there for Family Plot. That is correct.
It's funny because I was hoping, hopefully one of the questions is what was Hitchcock's final movie, and look at that.
There you go. So, moving on to question number 2. What is the name of Maxime de Winter's house in the Hitchcock movie Rebecca?
Multiple choice.
All right, moving to multiple choice. Is it A, Gustavon, B, Seacrest, C, Manderley, D, Crimson Castle?
I believe it's C.
He says C, Manderley, and that is correct for 1 point
if I
there.
see it, I'll know it.
If you saw it, you know it. And you could have based it on the remake of Rebecca if you really, really wanted to. But
I saw both the same for the first time.
one is a little more memorable than the other. So let's move on to question number 3. Rear Window sees a man looking out his window and spying on his neighbors from his apartment in what American city?
I'm sorry, Jack and David. Multiple choice.
Moving on to multiple choice.
I
Is
haven't
it
seen it in a while.
A, New York City, B, Philadelphia, C, Boston, or D, Hartford?
B, Philadelphia.
He says B, Philadelphia. That is incorrect. I'm sorry. So we'll shift over to Gil for the potential steal here.
That's embarrassing that I don't know this. I will go with Boston.
He will say C, Boston, which is also incorrect. So we were looking for New York City there. Yes.
So, I mean, wow, Hunter, that could be a lethal mistake on both of these competitors' parts.
Yes. Yeah, so point that slips to the grass.
Us
Yes,
New York
sorry.
natives.
Mhm.
Yeah. That Hunter probably was like, really, guys? Y'all could have just to guess on it.
Yeah, I can now I'm on the commentating bench. I can be the judgmental one now. Like, really? You missed out. But I know in the moment it's harder. So let's see what you got for your 4th and final question in the wheel. Which Hitchcock movie features a man falling from the Statue of Liberty? Speaking of New York.
Jesus Christ. Multiple choice.
All right. A, Marnie, B, Saboteur, C, Spellbound, D, Vertigo.
B, Saboteur.
It says B, Saboteur. That is correct for 1 point there. So,
I'm like, Vertigo is San Francisco. I knew that one was out.
That's true. Using the power deduction there. So, pretty healthy first round for you. Pretty healthy round for you in terms you've got 4 points out of it and no points were lost through a steal. Shifting over now to Gil's questions. All right, Ryan, you take it away with Gil here in the realm of Black Cinema.
All right, Gil, are you prepared? Moonlight won 3 Oscars at the 2017 ceremony, but how many did it lose?
It lost 5.
That is correct for 2 big points, and Gil using a method that I used in elementary school. I'm not judging, I'm just pointing it out.
It works,
Question number 2 is thus. In what year was Dear White People and Selma released?
Selma, I know, 2014. Final answer.
Correct.
That is correct for 2 more points. That was humongous on the part of the Dark Knight, Gil. Question number 3, Gil, is thus. 2002's Barbershop takes place in what American city?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Very good. Your options are A, Portland, B, Chicago, C, Dallas, or D, Baltimore.
I don't know. Chicago.
You are
That
correct.
is correct for 1 point.
Wow.
That was a massive get.
Wow. That's a great
Mhm.
guess.
Gil, your fourth and final question is thus. Phony is falsely put in jail for what crime in If Beale Street Could Talk?
These are some easy Black Cinema questions. Yeah, I got some put some Spike Lee. How you ain't put no Spike Lee in the
Can
Black
you
Cinema crowd?
multiple choice that?
I know you
Yes, I
feel it,
can.
Hunter.
Multiple choice. Your options are A, robbery, B, rape, C, drug possession, or D, arson.
I don't know if one of those options is tricking me or not.
Three,
Robbery.
1. Unfortunately, that is incorrect.
Yeah,
Merc for the
okay.
1 point steal.
I believe it is B, rape.
That is correct for
That was
one.
Sounds
my other
correct.
guess.
Because
And
the
Okay.
time frame, I'm like, I think it's something with a crime on a white woman.
Hunter, the more things change, the more they stay the same. We are still at a 5-point deficit.
Okay.
Merc's still leading.
Okay.
And now we're actually going to do something a little different because this match calls for it. We're going to send both these players to the locker rooms for halftime here. So, gentlemen, compose yourselves and we'll come back in the second half. We are here to debut the official trailer for the very first Alex Helmer film, A Cognac of the Indy 500, a TLOC production. It is in festivals currently at this moment, right now, award-winning too at these festivals, and will be at your homes for home viewing late 2023. So let's bring in the trailer here and give it a look.
Ah, has the Grim Reaper come early? Once I go pale, you can prance right out that door. You know what it feels like, Nathan? To have your body fail in front of you and your mind slip.
Just like that, you're gone. You cease to exist.
So, tell me, do I fit the criteria? Or do my scars still restrict me?
All right, and we're back, Ryan. What a showcase of a trailer that was. Whew. Merc and Dark Knight back from your halftime meetings here. Ready for the speed round. Yes, the tried and true, the championship exclusive. Sorry, this isn't a championship though, but final, the big match exclusive. There will be 10 questions, not 15 questions here. You will have 60 seconds to answer as many questions as you can. If you get them right, you get a question right, you gain a point. If you get it wrong, you lose a point. You can also pass on a question, and if there's time still left, you can answer it again, at least try to get it. And competitors will receive the same set of questions. So, Merc, you are in the lead. Would you like to answer the questions first, or would you like to defer to Gil?
I mean, I'll go for it, but it doesn't matter. We're all getting the same questions. But I'll go for it.
You read, or you heard the rules. Are you ready for your questions?
Yes, sir.
All right. Ryan had the timer ready. I will ask the questions here. Question 1. The time-traveling adventures of an advanced canine and his adopted son as they endeavor to fix a time rift they created. What film is this describing?
Mr. Peabody and Sherman.
Who directed Star Wars The Clone Wars?
George Lucas.
In 17 again, who plays the younger version of Matthew Perry?
Zac Efron.
Colleen O'Shaughnessy provides the voice for what character in Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
Skip.
How many stories are there in the Ballad of Buster Scruggs?
Skip.
The Tree of Life takes place in what decade?
1960s.
10 Things I Hate About You starred
30
this
seconds.
star of the Dark Knight trilogy is Cameron James.
Heath Ledger.
The other side is a sequel to what horror film?
How is that again?
The other side is a sequel to what horror film?
Poltergeist.
Which year saw the release of Red 2, Scary Movie 5, and Insidious Chapter 2?
2012.
3,
What is the name given to Riz Ahmed's symbiote in Venom?
1, time.
Sorry, time is up on that one. So, 60 seconds included. We got through all 10 questions to a certain extent.
I know I got two wrong.
Are you ready?
Always.
All right. Here's your first question. The time-traveling adventures of Advanced Canine and his adopted son as they endeavor to fix a time rift they created. What film is this describing?
Pass.
Who directed Star Wars The Clone Wars?
Dave Filoni.
In 17 again, who plays a younger version of Matthew Perry?
Zac Efron.
Colleen O'Shaughnessy provides the voice for what character in Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
Pass.
How many stories are there in The Ballad of Buster Scruggs?
6.
The Tree of Life takes place in what decade?
Pass.
10 Things I Hate About You starred this star of the Dark Knight trilogy as Cameron James.
Joseph
30
Gordon-Levitt.
seconds.
The Other Side is a sequel to what horror film?
Pass.
Which year saw the release of Red 2, Scary Movie 5, and Insidious Chapter 2?
Pass.
What is the name given to Riz Ahmed's symbiote in Venom?
Riot.
Who directed Star Wars The Clone Wars?
Dave Filoni.
The time-traveling adventures of Advanced
3,
Canine and his
2,
adopted son as they endeavor to
1,
fix the time rift they created.
Time.
Yeah. So, all right, both competitors have completed their speed round. Let's go over the answers here. The time-traveling adventures of Advanced Canine and his adopted son as they endeavor to fix the time rift they created. What film is this describing? Mr. Peabody and Sherman. Number 2. Who directed Star Wars The Clone Wars? Dave Filoni. In 17 again, who plays a younger version of Matthew Perry? Zac Efron. Colleen O'Shaughnessy provides the voice for what character in Sonic the Hedgehog 2? Tails. How many stories are there in The Ballad of Buster Scruggs? 6 stories. The Tree of Life takes place in what decade? The 1950s.
Fuck.
10 Things I Hate About You starred this star of the Dark Knight trilogy as Cameron James, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. The Other Side is a sequel to what horror film? Poltergeist. Which year saw the release of the sequels Red 2, Scary Movie 5, and Insidious Chapter 2 is 2013? And what is the name given to Riz Ahmed's symbiote in Venom? The answer is Riot.
I lost 4 points.
We have calculated the totals here, and let's bring up the score at the conclusion of this round.
The Dark Knight Gill's in the lead. How? What? Wow. He's in the lead.
Wow.
Yes. The accountants in the back room calculated the results. Merc, you came out with -1 point in this round.
Oh my god.
Ryan with a total of 5 points in this round. You take the lead by 1 point heading into the director round.
Gill's competing.
Oh, sorry, the Dark Knight Gill. Sorry, I said it wrong. But you reacted as if you were competing, yes.
The reigning dogs and cats outside? Like, what is going on in this match? It's like Merc went into the lead and it's...
I mean, you know what this means, though? That the Merc that will have to answer a director round for the very first time this tournament. Obviously, your average is great in this one, but we'll see what happens. So let's see. They will get 3 numbers each, which will all correlate to 3 directors. Competitors receive a 2-pointer, 3-pointer, and 5-point questions with the numbers they choose to correlate to those 3 directors. Competitors will choose which of the 3 directors they've randomly correlated to or received will correlate to each of their questions. They choose which one they answer the 2-point, the 3-point, and their 5-point. They have the choice there. And of course, whoever has the most points at the end of this round will be declared the winner. But I know Gil knows this. If there's a tie at the end of this round, we will go into sudden death overtime.
Hunter, we're entering uncharted territory right now because Merc has not been in the director's round this entire tournament. So
well, he's not been on the receiving end of a director's question. Yeah, so it's crazy.
It's make or break time right now. It all comes down to this.
All right, and we are back after coordinating this round. Merc, you pick the numbers 3, 7, and 10, and you ordered them as such. Your 2-pointer will be from Matthew Vaughn, 3-pointer from Bong Joon-ho, 5-pointer from Richard Linklater. And Gil chose the numbers 5, 12, 15, and he ordered them as such. 2-pointer for Mel Brooks, 3 for Woody Allen, 5-pointer for Stanley Kubrick. So, because Merc is down, he will answer his question first. A 2-pointer in the realm of Matthew Vaughn. And Merc, you have 2 repeats remaining. Gil still has all 3. So, still 15 seconds per question. 2-pointer here. Which historical figure is the Kingsman first target in Kingsman, or the King's Man?
Rasputin.
And that is correct. I'm sorry I left you in suspense there. I was on the wrong.
I was thinking, that's the only historical figure I remember. I'm like,
that was my bad. You were correct there. That was on me. I will not give you more points for that, but I always say I had to test you a little bit. So yes, Rasputin was correct. You have now taken the lead. So now, like any good tennis match, we are shifting the ball over to Gil here in the realm of Mel Brooks. He will be for his first question. Take it away with this question.
All right, very good. Max Bialystock and Leo Bloom are characters from what Mel Brooks movie?
The producers.
3. That is correct for 2 big points.
Ooh.
That was a crucial get for the Dark Knight Gil.
You know what that means? Back to Merc here with his one. So, Merc, you ordered this one. So you will be taking your 3-pointer from Bong Joon-ho. All right. 3-point question is, Bong Joon-ho's The Host was released in what year?
2006. Final answer.
He says 2006. And that's correct for 3 points. 2006. He was quick.
I was
He
scared.
did
I'm like,
not.
it might be 2007, but I was like, let me just go 06.
Yes. So, back over to Ryan. Or, sorry, to Gil. I'm sorry. I'm confused. Ryan, you must well be in the same. It's the problem is that Ryan is his partner as well. So
He has the title on him.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Gil, this is your question for 3 points in the realm of Woody Allen.
Yep.
What film awarded Allen his most recent Best Director nomination at the Oscars?
What has he done recently? Director nomination. That would be Midnight in Paris. Let's lock that up.
That is correct for 3 points.
Because
the Dark Knight Gil
Blue Jasmine, he only got
regained.
Yeah,
Whoa. Hunter, like, what's going on? What are we doing here?
now,
This is the epitome of a back and forth match. This is pins and needles city right here. Big historical note, Hunter. This is the score that the Dark Knight Gil won his semifinal match against Alex the Host Helmer with. This is the very score right here. Lightning struck
recent
once.
history too. Yeah.
Lightning struck once. Let's see if it strikes twice.
All right. And talked about it shifting this round. We've entered the very final question here for Merc in this one. So it is not sudden death in the round, but it is sudden death for this question. So in the realm of Richard Linklater for 5 points, and to take the lead here, what is the name of the private school that School of Rock is centered around?
Gil, you have won because I do not know this answer.
Use your repeats.
Trust me, I won't get it. Okay.
Well,
3, 2, 1.
that is it.
And your winner, the Dark Knight Gil.
I mean, pardon our quietness at this, but we're so stunned that we can't even really announce it. It's your winner of the singles film trivia tournament is Dark Knight Gil here. I know, just pardon the stunned, but it's just crazy. So, Gil, you've taken it. You have defeated the 3 seed, the 2 seed, and now the number 1 seed, and you are now sitting atop this film trivia class tournament.
Wow.
We are stunned and can't say much. I don't know what you might be able to say here.
I'm stunned too. I'm not gonna lie. Merc is he's a player to fear. I'm not gonna lie. I was very nervous going in, especially after the last time that we had played in singles, where he beat me. He beat me, and it was a role reversal this time, and Mel Brooks I didn't have faith in. Woody Allen has quite a filmography that no one has seen. That's except Helmer. Sorry. I genuinely I had planned on saying that I have put on several of my best performances in this tournament. I won the duos championship this season. I think that I have reinvented myself as a player since my downfall at the end of season 2. And, if my whole season had culminated with those 3 Eastwood nominations that we do in this league, I was going to take that and walk away. Now it is a man with a belt on his shoulder versus the man with the belt on his shoulder. Nazario has played 1 real match in this league, and that belt will be coming home, and we can be Gil 2 belts. I'm waiting for it. Oh yeah. Hello. Let me put mine on so we can match. Let's match really quickly.
Mine's bigger though.
Okay.
I'm glad that Batman won, because I called it at the beginning. I said I like Batman. You cool. You clean up Gotham. You take care of the Joker. I enjoy that. However, this is the end for you, guy. You went as far as you were able to go, and you just got lucky that Merc didn't know that you can pass on speed rounds when you don't know shit, and you just don't have to guess because you will lose points. That's on him. We all know he knows how to lose to me, but now you gotta learn the same. So I guess we'll see you around.
I'll see you soon. Mr. VHS.
Can someone please hack the truck and get this clown out of here? Thank you. Congratulations. A well-earned victory. If you defeat Nazario, and we've checked with the statisticians on this, if you beat Nazario, you will be only the 2nd player in the history of this league to be a double champion. The other person being the guy sitting next to me, Hunter Friesen. Gil, you must feel amazing right now.
That genuinely, it's gonna hit even more in a little bit. It's just this incredible feeling. I dedicate that to Ryan Payne, to Nikita, the kitchen. We got that tournament.
All right. Well, let's go out and celebrate properly.
Merc.
So, great match.
Merc, you played great, my friend. It just, man.
The speed round.
Speed round was just like Davy Jones' locker. It was just it didn't work out well for you. It was a great game, really. My congratulations to you. I know it wasn't the result you wanted, but
I lost by 1 point. I lost by 1 point, so it's not that embarrassing. It was a close game. I took it to my last, I lost, but given the number 1 seed, at least I didn't get my ass whooped, which would have been more embarrassing. I lost by 1 point, and that's how the game is. A lot of great matches have ended like this. And I'm not a big Malik guy, but I knew it was 50 or 60. I should have just skipped it. I was ahead, so it should have mattered to me. And the same with Insidious, for some reason I thought it was 2 years after the first. The Clone Wars thing caught me because the speed round, so I was just trying to go quick, and I just heard clone. I just said George Lucas, but as soon as I said, I'm like, no, that's the animated one.
Mm-hmm.
And then with 10 Things I Hate About You, it was obvious to go with Heath Ledger, but then I remembered Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I'm like, they wouldn't make it that obvious. But, in the speed round, you trying to do it quick. They're like, you guys, you called me. That's pretty much the name of the game. Like the two actors. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna spend 10 minutes trying to think of what Heath Ledger's character's name was. So I have no shame. Like I played good. I lost the points in the speed round, but I did get a lot of answers right. Technically, I just lost those points. And I'm a big Linklater guy. If you would have asked me almost any other question, like what's the song from School of Rock Teacher's Pet, I would have got it. But the prep school was like, I mean, that was a good 5-quarter question to whoever wrote it. It's like, but yeah, just a little disappointed. But like I've always said, I got a lot of respect for Gil, got love for him. So I wanted to beat the shit out of the paper champion, who literally beat me only because the handicap match. You could talk all he wants, whatever the case is. He beat me in a handicap in a 1 round. He didn't go 5 rounds with me. But I know
your time's gonna come. I have a feeling your time is gonna come.
I mean, I am technically the former champion, and Alex told me I do have a rematch clause, so I guess I will try. I would like to put it out there. I guess my rematch with whoever wins that fight.
There you go.
I've earned it. I made it to the finals. Whoever wins that match, I feel I deserve a rematch.
Heartbreaking loss, but my congratulations. Your tournament performance was just a model for this league. I mean, just wish you all the best.
No problem.
Yes. It was a great season, of course, as well. So we'll see you at the award ceremony to see what happens, turns out there. So
what just happened?
I mean, you heard it. Well, you heard it in our lack, or just the silence once Merc didn't get that question right. I almost half thought, just maybe for a quarter second, that he was playing with Gil there a little bit. That he's like, no, he actually knows this Linklater question. He was going to get him. Yeah. That was why we were silent, because we had to wait till the end, and we still didn't believe it that he was not winning this match. And that's no shame against Gil. It's just kind of one of those things where Merc's been steamrolling everybody so far and hasn't had to answer any director's questions, and now he is.
This was Merc's tournament to win. I remember flashing back to the tournament preview, the special, all those months ago. I narrowed the choices down to like 2 or 3 genuine, like these people are most assuredly, unless something happens, gonna be in the finals. And in this tournament, I have said it, and I will say it again, this tournament operates on Looney Tunes physics. Upsets on top of upsets on top of upsets, and then the biggest upset of all, what we just witnessed. I don't know whether to laugh or to cry or to just but I want to just solidify it in granite. The winner of the season 3 singles film trivia tournament, The Dark Knight Gil. And just I formally petition the bosses at the League of Cinephiles, please have me on the desk for when Gil faces Nazario. Because when Gil defeats Nazario, I want to be there. I want to be there to piss on Nazario's dreams. I don't have promotion this week. Whenever I'm told to show up, I show up. Unless something happens outside of my circumstances, I show up. I don't use my credit around here all that much. I'm swiping the credit card now. I want to be behind the desk for that match.
I guess you bought it, but you might have bought it on some objectivity there. So, but it'll be definitely fun to see you there, and that will be a match again for the ages.
I might have to switch my name for that to the opinionated broadcast journalist.
Ooh, you saw it here, and you still may not believe it, but that score at the bottom is true. The Dark Knight Gil, the number 6 seed in this tournament, defeats number 1 overall seed Merc to take home the Season 3 Singles Film Trivia Clash Tournament. I was joined by Ryan Cam here. I've been your host today, Hunter Friesen. Check us out when the Dark Knight Gil goes up against Mr. VHS himself, Nazario Montenegro, for the championship. to be determined at a later date. So watch for that. Hit the bell icon, subscribe, and like this video. Ciao.